August 2024. Last weekend in Iceland, people hiked to Ok, the lost glacier, the first Icelandic glacier to disappear due to climate change in 2019. I hiked Ok the 29th of October of 2021 as part of my project to listen, to record and to sing with glaciers that I was doing with my mentor and collaborator Francesco Fabris. And that hike and that journey to the lost glacier Ok was one of the most transformative experiences of my life. The energy of the lost glacier Ok impregnates the whole album I created with sounds of glaciers called The Water, The Lover, and it impregnates all I am and all I do now, which is rooted into a word that came to me on that hike that was surrender and pleasure. And it was about delivering a climate activism from the heart and from the feminine, from the connection that we have with water, from the connection that we have with love and passion, with being alive, with water as creativity, with sexual energy as creativity. A few days before I went to Ok, I met with writer Andri Magnusson in Reykjavik. He told me that Ok, one of the meanings of the word Ok in Icelandic is egg, is like the primordial cell that contains all the information for all the other beings, all the other cells, all the other glaciers. So in a way, Ok sets the precedent and sets also the alarm for a moment in history, a very important moment in time in which, as the letter to the future that Andri himself wrote for the 2019 memorial of Ok Glacier, we know what we must do, we know what to do, and only you know if we did it. I was a little bit sad I could not be in Iceland last weekend for that procession, for that walk, for that performance, to connect again with the glacier in a different context and in a different season. When I went at the end of October, it was covered in snow, but even if I've been far away in Spain the last few weeks, I still have felt very connected to Ok and very connected to the glaciers. And I would love to offer you an opportunity to feel connected to the glacier as well, and to have the opportunity to receive a word or a message from the spirit of this glacier, as I did when I hiked. So the invitation is for you to walk with me. I have the recording of when I was walking it in 2021. I will share a 15-minute recording of me hiking the glacier, walking, breathing, and I would like to invite you to go outside wherever you are in the world and do this 15-minute walk with me while I'm walking Ok, and feel the steps, feel the breathing. You will feel that at some point I will stop as well and will hear the glacier silence, and I would like to invite you to also stop at this point and listen to wherever you are and be connected to Og Glacier. So this is an invitation for everyone who could not attend the events, for mourning Og and all the other glaciers in the world that are disappearing. There's been a glacier casualty list made also for the events of last weekend that you can check, and I'll put the link below this podcast episode. And it's also for those of you who maybe could go and could hike, and that you've been able to be in this place, maybe before, maybe after the glacier melted, but that you want to have this extra experience of connection with it through sound and through walking. That was very special and transformative for me. I hope is very inspiring for you as well. here the recording stops. And I'd like to invite you to stop as well wherever you are. Close your eyes for a second. Maybe place your hand on your heart and feel the connection to this place that we've been walking into, even if virtually. There is a form of existence in which time and space don't exist. So you can connect to this form and you can be on the glacier and you can be open to receive a word maybe that might be unique to you, but that will be relevant to the whole humanity and to the whole moment of history that we are living, in which it's very important that every one of us brings our heart to this table, to this conversation, to this moment of coming together as guardians of life, as the glaciers are. The glaciers are the guardians of water, so they are the guardians of life. And when a glacier like Og disappears, we become its guardian. It still exists in its energy, and we can, as many indigenous cultures have done all over the millennia, learn to connect with the land and with the spirits of the land. And what really makes me excited, what really makes me feel passionate and hopeful, is that this is the way to keep the land, to keep the glaciers, to be the guardians of life, is that every one of us connects with their spirits and brings their unique ways and messages and forms of love to this gorgeous, intricate, complex dance of life on this planet. The first song of my album, The Water, the Lover, that will be published is called The Egg, and is specifically inspired in Og and in the experience of being there, walking there, breathing there. It talks about pleasure as the origin of everything. And it will be released also as a music video recorded in Iceland. I'm really looking forward to share this with the world, so keep an eye on Instagram, on my newsletter, on my spaces for the release of this very special music that I've been working on for the last 3 years in collaboration with the glaciers.